What's the message that from your team today?
I don't think we deserve to go through. I think Hibs deserve to go through over the balance of chances created, but we lose a really cheap set play. I don't think there's much in the game first half. We lose a goal at a really poor time, especially being a set play in the turn of half time. So you find yourself in the dressing room 1-0 down, but I don't think there was a lot in the game. I actually think we dominated more of the ball in the first half. Second half, I thought the change of shape really helped us. Put Hibs under a bit of pressure. We looked like a team that would maybe go on and get the next goal, and then Mulligan comes up with a 25-30 yarder. That's kind of an incredible goal, a good individual goal, and then the game runs away for us at that point.
Did you book it?
Probably, yes. I hope so. It was for remonstrating on the one wee Sammy breaks in the middle of the park. So wee Sammy breaks forward and he's away, so he gets challenged, he gets away, and the referee, I thought, called it back when he should have allowed the play to go on, but unknown to me he was actually giving Hibs a foul. So everybody in our bench thought he wasn't allowing the play to go on and we had the ball and it was our foul, but it was actually Hibs' foul. So that wasn't why he got booked. They got booked for remonstrating on not allowing the play to continue, because we jumped by, Sammy won the ball, jumped by, then he gave a foul against wee Sammy, which I thought was really unfair.
Do you expect to have any of the injured guys back for Celtic?
The one that probably would be back can't play, so Adam's kind of not available, being a Celtic loan player. So Adam Montgomery should be available, but he'll not be available due to being a Celtic player. Maybe Chris, maybe Danny. The three of them have all probably got a chance, but then you've got to caveat that with when's the international break? The week after? No, it's after the Hearts game. Aye. So Adam, we could have probably risked Adam a day, but knowing that he can't play next week kind of helped make that decision up today, to give him enough recovery time coming back in. So maybe have one or two, but that probably includes Adam, who's not going to be eligible to play.
A game like that today against him, so kind of flying at the moment, will that kind of stand you in good stead with Parker?
I think we spoke about this as a group. That's the first time our group have came against a top 6 team. So we've played Premiership opponents over the year, Ross County and St Johnstone last year, and then obviously Kilmarnock and Falkirk this year. Now it's twice against Kilmarnock, and we've played Falkirk 4 times last year. So I think that was our probably real first test as a group against. There is a gap between that top 6 and the bottom 6. So Hibs are flying at the moment. They've got real positive energy around them. They're in a good moment, and that was our first test as a group against them. And I don't think there was a lot in the game. I think Hibs deserved to go through, but I don't think there was a lot in the game. And if you take out Mulligan's strike, so I was fairly happy with bits of the performance. But that's Premiership level, that's what you're up against. You kind of get crucified. The mistakes, we probably got away with the mistakes last year in terms of maybe no dealing with the set play properly, but we don't get punished. Maybe not getting pressure on the ball for 25-30 yards for your goal and you don't get punished, but that's what happens against the bigger clubs, the top 6 clubs.
You signed obviously new contract
yeah.
a few days ago as well, just good to have a bit of...
Yeah, I signed it before the Falkirk game, so we just announced that after the Falkirk game. It gives me a wee bit of security. It's probably the first time in my career at Livingston I've had a contract properly. Normally what happens is we shake hands and tell them I'm going to be here, and come March when you get to Club Academy Scotland audit, I have to sign a contract for the audit, but I just sign the contract till the end of May. My word is kind of is a contract. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I will do something. The new owners came in, there's a new board in place, and they want to do things probably a wee bit more formal than previously. It was informal, and I understood that. So they've gave me a wee bit of commitment, I've gave them commitment, but I think my commitment's always been here. I don't need a contract to be committed to Livingston, but it's gave me a wee bit of job security, which is nice because I've never really had that before. So, albeit my wife's probably more happy about me signing a contract, and for me it doesn't really mean a lot to me. I was going to be here anyway if they wanted me to be here. We waited probably 8 weeks since the end of the season. I wanted to get the recruitment done, I wanted to get the staff sorted, and I wanted Calvin to be making sure that he was wanting to work with me going forward, and I wanted to make sure I would like to work with this new group going forward, because sometimes it might have just been easy to make a clean break, and that could have been time for me to move on and time for a new group to come in and do whatever they want. So kind of gave ourselves a wee bit of breathing space, and then he came to me and said, look, we want you to sign a contract, and I was more than happy to do so.
I mean, you obviously talk about working with Calvin, he's good to his word in a sense. I mean, players back in, got a new picture there as well in terms of investment.
He's probably, I've probably got to get used to working with an owner who's consistently pushing and offering help. So he's been true to his word on everything. He's still, if I need to do more, I need to do more. If you want me to do more, I'll do more. But I think it's important that we still try and run the club as frugal as we possibly can. That's how it's been run in previous seasons. I don't believe just putting money in fixes your problems. I don't believe that, is it? But he's been true to his word. He's offered financial support, he's offered resources, he's offered wisdom, he's offered experience. So we're in a good place off the park, and I think we're in a good place on the park. And that's probably, I'm going to have to get my head round, the players are going to have to get their head round that. That'll be the one difference from last year to this year is going to be the adversity from losing games of football, and it's really, really important that we don't allow that to bite into our working week. We'll deal with the moment today, we'll deal with that tomorrow, and then I'm not going to touch on it again. And we'll need to approach this season in a kind of very similar vein in terms of one game at a time. Don't really look too much at the data, don't really too much about the past games, don't use the negative energy, don't use the positive energy, just focus on that next game of football and can we win it. And that's kind of the big difference from this year to last year.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.